What's going on, YouTube? We have the road course rumble in Mexico City. Vámonos! Ladies and gentlemen, this is my first time reacting to a track like this. I thought it was just a circuit. Think twice. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some NASCARs in the building, and I'm neutral today. Chase Elliott, he fucking with me. I'm neutral today. But go Daniel Suarez. I heard he won the Xfinity series yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, type shit. Anyways, here we go.
It's a history-making day in NASCAR. Van Gisbergen and Preece up front as they come off of turn 15. Where Creed in Mexico City. We'll see how aggressive these guys want to be on the entry to turn 1, the braking zone.
Oh my God. Oh, you talk about the driver, number 88. Now I don't know who that is. Is he good? I mean, he's at the number 1 spot, so he should be good, right? Hey, Chastain Carr, his rap today is fire as fuck. That Wendy's rap is fire as fuck. He might got the cleanest rap today, on God.
Stay a little bit low. Here comes Chastain up on the outside. Ross Chastain from row 2. Jump.
You see OBS? I see you. Yes, I do. Do you want a cookie?
Caution for rain. Pit road is open.
These teams will come down. I'm assuming they're all going to go to wet weather tires. Looking at the rain right here.
So it's raining. So okay, so they took they're on the pit stop already. It's only the second lap, right?
On rain tires. At first they weren't sure, but now they're.
Oh, okay. So they didn't have rain tires on, so everybody was just checking. Not everybody. They figured, okay, time to change the tires. Okay. W smart move. I'm not gonna cap. W smart move.
That 54 middle of your screen, just like Trevor said, gonna put on wet weather tires for Ty Gibbs. Remember, he ran that Xfinity race yesterday, felt very confident today, Marty.
Shane Van Gisbergen
all right
here as well. Already got the windshield wiper working, as you can see. He's in pit
stop. Oh, that shit raining bad.
And you would think SVG, with his experience in the rain, would love racing in the rain. He told me this
everybody would
stand it. I do not like racing in the rain, but we'll see if that experience pays off. His teammates.
Everybody changed to the rain tires, boy.
Race off pit road as everybody goes to wets here in Mexico City.
Okay, this is my first time watching a course like this in NASCAR, so I'm curious to see how they actually race, especially in rain.
That allows Ty Gibbs to jump in there. Fastest lap of the day belongs to Shane Van Gisbergen. He's second right now, 2 seconds behind race leader Ty Gibbs. There goes Kyle Busch. He gets the 7. Justin Haley goes around Zane Smith, and the 19 is Chase Briscoe. Here comes the 2.
Come on, man. Y'all not even riding in a circle, bro. How y'all crash on a course like this, bro? Who's at fault? Like, how do you crash on a course like this, bro?
He's second right now, 2 seconds behind.
Like, everybody just slow. Oh my God, GG's. Oh my God, green car hit Kyle Busch and GG's.
He gets the 7. Justin Haley, Kyle Larson goes around Zane Smith.
Oh man.
And the 19 is Chase Briscoe. Here comes the 2. Big damage for the 5 of Kyle Busch. Saw the toe link on the right front killed. The 8, the rear toe link on it destroyed. Right at the midway point of stage 1 as we return to the green flag. Gibbs, Van Gisbergen up front, and here comes Daniel Suarez jumping out of line.
Gisbergen is the VA Supercar GOAT. They race on circuits. He's about a cook.
The 43 goes by as they all head back down into the braking zone, trying to stay low here, block any moves, any dive bombs to the inside. 43, Eric Jones, good track position early as they skate into turn 1.
And the 54 snapping around a little bit there.
Like, yeah, just slow down.
One as the field tries to make it through this little snake of a.
Oh, don't they? Oh my God, God damn! This guy, he's goated on these courses. I can see why. Look at everybody. That wide ass turn. This is not a fucking circle, man. Slow your ass down and you're in the rain. God damn.
Corners turn.
Oh my God.
Shane Van Gisbergen down to the inside here toward the braking zone of turn 4.
Shit.
Leader looking good right now, Marty.
Yeah, Adam, and just to echo what Kim and you guys have been talking about, it has stopped raining here on pit road. When I went in to visit with Shane Van Gisbergen this morning, he was texting with a friend. That friend, 4-time and current world F1 champion Max Verstappen. He was asking Max for some tips on this racetrack overall, but especially in the rain. He wanted to know some secrets that Max has had here. In the
So he's good at courses like this.
Run here for many years, and Shane has never run here, so he got all the tips he could. Junior, I find it fascinating because the entire garage area looks up to SVG and says, hey, he's got it all figured out at road course.
Yeah, just be patient.
SVG was looking for tips.
You're in the rain
this morning.
You know, you can low-key cruise this.
Final time through the stadium portion of this road course. Priest looking for his 3rd career.
Hey, this fucking place is fire. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this place in Mexico City. This shit is fire.
Stage win and 2nd on the road. Both would come here in 2025. 14 and 15 and back to the front straightaway. RFK put all 3 of their cars in the top 10 last week at Michigan. And a solid point start to the day for Ryan Reese, who wins stage 1. Blaney is 2nd.
Free pass on the 19, had to give his lap back for fueling the 2nd time, so he's now back 1 lap down.
Hocevar cutting it.
Do they get a penalty if they go over here? I've seen so many cars go over here in this area.
As we return to the green flag to begin stage 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Lucas. Go Panther. Nah, they don't get a penalty? Okay.
Low line.
Jr. making a play. Laying on Suarez into the corner. McDowell gets away with a top spot, or does he? There is Suarez. The 99 making his way around. Chaos behind him.
Yeah, big spin in the back. Maybe some contact with some other cars. 4 of Gragson. He's going to pull away.
Did you hear the crowd reacting as Suarez got the lead? This is outstanding. Won yesterday, and here he is on point in Mexico City.
Looks like those slicks are handling pretty well the first third of this lap. Well, we talked about what happens when you stay out on wet tires on a dry racetrack. And take a look at the tread here. We've got this graining on the edge, but also signs of starting to blister here. That's not a groove. That's not supposed to be there. So
oh, man. What is Danny Hamlin doing?
Caution, guys.
Caution number 4. This for Ryan Truex in the 11.
One more than
this ain't Danny Hamlin's type of speed.
Gibbs, Van Gisbergen behind
all
him.
the people we were seeing winning in the past couple of months, this is not their type of course. They probably might be at the down here. This ain't their speed. I'm seeing a whole lot of different people up here. I ain't know who Van Gisbergen is. I don't know who Gibbs is. We seeing a whole bunch of different people up here.
Bell and Cindric on those old tires. We're turning them loose one more time here in Mexico City.
Somebody came in Twitch and said, "You remember me, Daddy?" And then Dior said, "Y'all gotta watch that word, man." Dior, man, I don't swing that way. I'm not yours.
These restarts are going to get more aggressive as we get closer to the finish of this race, and you can see it. 3 wide. Smoke coming off the tires. Seatbelt with a lockup.
Look at the Hendrick teammates. You got Byron there and Bowman.
Oh, the 6-minute skip.
Yeah, Keselowski got off track there.
SVG sitting in 2nd, and he said, man, that 54 is good. I don't have what he has. He told his crew chief, Stephen Dorian, I just need a little more overall grip. But the long run seemed to favor SVG just a little bit, Trevor.
Here comes Shane Van Gisbergen, opening stage today. Went to Ryan Preece. Stage 2. Going to go to the driver from Auckland, New Zealand, 36 years old and searching his 2nd career victory at the Cup level. Shane Van Gisbergen going to take stage 2 in Mexico City.
Shut the engine off. That should give them an opportunity to get away here. And that disagreement's going to roll down into
They can use runoff just gets to a point at some track.
Yeah, 3 or 4
okay.
rows.
I was going to say, what are we going to set the over-under on how many we go wide into turn 1? Restart final stage, Mexico City. Bell getting after it. Outside lane, opens the door. Maybe down to the inside, we'll see. Van Gisbergen covers.
He tried a little side draft there, the 20 to even it back out here into the braking zone.
Riley Herbst making a play.
Oh, the 88 sliding a little bit of right front lockup. He's going to miss the corner.
Oh, you can't do that.
Really missed the corner. He's going to come back on the track, see what NASCAR thinks about that. The 19 at Briscoe as well back there. The 22. Several other cars.
Right there was contact with the 77 that got him loose, or the 71.
Ooh!
Oh my gosh.
This is not the turn.
What's going on? It's chaos, and this is just going to get worse if we get more restart. Look at everybody's running into everybody here.
Motherfuckers cutting the grass and everything.
41 is Cole Custer.
Yeah,
And Ty Gibbs is there as well.
Yeah, the man that's been pretty much in control of most of this race.
Lightning McQueen would cook on this track. No questions about it. They taught him. Hudson, yeah, he taught him everything you need to know on turns. Lightning McQueen would cook.
Gibbs trying to work his way through this traffic. He's not going to give Priest much room right there in the lead. We got battles everywhere.
Side by side out of the
Bell
stadium.
trying.
Here's Van Gisbergen.
Look at the beating and banging.
Muscle up. 88 going to lead this lap as they come back down the front straightaway. Inside of 50 laps to go in the race.
And Christopher Bell, he's in a position to, he's going to fade low here. I don't know if he can outbrake Shane into the corner.
Some of that is just get some air to the brakes, air to the engine. When you follow in line at these high altitudes, chokes the engines off, smokes the brakes. So some is just old school speedway racing. Remember, just poking out and getting a little air.
That's right. Here's
That boy Christopher trying.
Briscoe's going to try to shut him off there. There might be contact. Yes. Oh, and he's almost into the grass.
Jones
And
paid
here
the
comes
price.
Blaney. That's exactly what Jones didn't want. Blaney's there now. Does Blaney remember? Is he going to cut him a break? Is he calm down?
Byron gets by, and now they're nose to tail. 43, Eric Jones. 12, Ryan Blaney.
Let's see.
We're going to find out because as they head down into turn 11, the 12 is going to be there. This is why you buy a ticket in the stadium. Here comes the fight.
Well, look right in front of him. Out of position. Byron diving it into 11. And he makes it work.
And he throws the block on the entry to 12 there to keep the 19 from going to the inside.
Jones racing, Briscoe out of the stadium. Blaney waiting in the wings. Nemechek right there behind him.
So let's just see exactly how long the 88 is in his pit box if he does in fact pit this time. You see Gibbs has knocked it down to just over 5 seconds. Got another chunk of time on the 88. Here he is, jumps onto pit road, all the way around to the yellow line right there. Does a nice job getting on. Now they will have to wait on fuel. You would love, if you're a Shane Van Gisbergen fan, you want to see a 14.5-second pit stop. You get over 14.5 seconds, there's a chance the 54 could jump you on pit road.
The other thought here, don't make mistakes. You cannot speed in this situation, Marty.
So Adam, Stephen Dorian actually wanted SVG to run a couple of more laps, but then he came back on the radio and said, I hear you, but these tires are absolutely shot. The 88 has been terrific on the long runs today. He said he needs a little bit more turn in the slower corner. And now as Steve talked about the rating on the fuel, they jump on the hood. He's back
W.
recycled out once the 54 pits.
Pretty close, or just over 15 seconds. I think this battle between the 88 and the 54 should be good.
The caution is out. The game has changed.
The game has changed. The one thing that couldn't happen for the cars who had yet to pit, specifically the 54 of Ty Gibbs, was a yellow flag. The yellow is out. 11
Chase
cars
Elliott
have
is
come to
actually
pit road.
in fourth.
Stay out. Ty Gibbs will lose all the track position. Let's take a look exactly what brought the yellow out, Adam.
Yeah, the 77 looks like he gets around the nose of the 4 Gregson, possibly. And then the car stalls. He sat there for multiple seconds trying to get that car refired. NASCAR had no choice. That's a blind corner.
And they gave it more time than even almost I was comfortable with. He sat there for
very
quite some
generous
time.
as they held it.
Another
It'll be 32 laps to go when we get the green.
Another wild restart. Who's going to survive it down here in 1, 2, and 3?
We're about to find out. Off we go once again in Mexico City.
Take a look at some of the wildness on this restart down into turn 1.
Look at this mess.
Some brake lockup from someone in the middle. lot of
Oh man, dog.
and 11.
God damn.
Himself out. They're not going to let him.
We were all talking about track limits.
They hear everything.
It hasn't been a big topic of conversation. Riley Herbst getting turned around. Oh my goodness.
That's what I was afraid of. There's really no way to tell what's going to happen there in the 77. Oh, not those two.
Look who
not
it
those
is.
two again.
It's Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
So this is a 24 Byron. Oh, Byron just turns him around.
Herbst was 13th.
Yeah, that was a good run for Herbst. Good qualifying run, good race today. And then, boy, that was a scary one for Ricky. He had two scary moments, this one and then the 77.
And Junior, just think about the weekend for Shane Van Gisbergen. He was supposed to be on a flight to Mexico City from Charlotte, North Carolina on Thursday. That plane had a mechanical issue. He went back to the airport. Had to leave his house at 3:30 in the morning to make a 5 a.m. flight to come to Mexico City on Friday. Barely made the practice session. And then an hour and a half before the race started today, told his crew chief, Stephen Dorian, I do not feel well. Took some medicine before the race, but I'm sure a win would cure everything. In fact, yesterday, he told me a win today would fix our entire
This shit is so
year,
interesting
and it
to
certainly,
watch,
Adam,
bro.
would change the playoff picture.
Let's see what happens with the 77 on Hocevar. Oh boy, just deep into the corner.
And look who he runs into.
Please tell me it's not
The 47. These guys are going to definitely
Yeah,
profit.
this race was all
Ricky
bad.
Stenhouse, I think, didn't like what happened in Nashville, but he definitely isn't going to like what's happening here. That is not going to work between the two.
That's going to definitely have some implications post-race.
Stenhouse,
Implications. I like how you say that.
Stenhouse went up to Philadelphia this week to do some promotional work for the race at Dover that's coming up next month. And he was over near the statue, the Rocky statue. And it made me think about what we just saw and maybe a payoff down the road.
That's a pretty good success. Kim, you got something on the 54?
6 more laps
I
to
think some people
go.
might be surprised that we haven't seen him make more headway like we did with Chase Elliott, but he used up those rear tires very early in this
Chase
race.
is actually in this. Chase is actually in this.
Where the pace is for Ty Gibbs late in this race. One of the cars that really had as much speed, at times more speed, than Shane Van Gisbergen in the 88. Now the one car seems to be struggling. Chastain sliding that car around over the last handful of laps, starting to take its toll.
You'll see the white flag this time. 1 lap to go for Shane Van Gisbergen, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
White flag right here, one more.
Yeah, this GG's.
Off of turn 15. NASCAR making history.
Is that Chase
Racing
in that
Mexico City.
green and
The
gold?
first name on the trophy is Shane Van Gisbergen.
Hell yeah, buddy. You are such a badass.
W.
Nice job, guys. That's amazing. Thank you. Awesome.
W. This race was like a mess, low key though.
Going to do a burnout right here in front of everybody in the stadium.
Woo!
I mentioned how all the folks from Australia watching him.
What's up, Shifty?
Win as we see him get out, get on top of the car, and he made his name in V8 supercar racing in that country. But from New Zealand, I imagine there's plenty of people in that country as well very excited about this win for Shane. We saw Ricky Stenhouse and Hocevar getting in it today. Let's see what happens here post-race.
Uh-oh!
Ricky upset.
Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Ricky's had enough.
Ooh.
He's had enough.
Hey, step to my car like that. I'll whoop your ass, boy. Oh, man. Boy, you lucky I'm in the seatbelt right now. Oh, man.
Shane. We saw Ricky Stenhouse and Hocevar getting in it today. Let's see what happens here post-race.
Oh, man.
Ricky upset.
Step to my car like I'll whoop your ass, boy.
Ricky's had enough. He's had enough.
The foundation for that laid a couple of weeks ago in Nashville, and the carryover is real.
Well, Van won, but I ain't even peep where Elliott was at, but he came in third. Fucking Elliott, shit, closer and closer to get you one, man. Shit, man, you've been bullshitting me. Anyway, Mexico City race of the NASCAR Cup Series. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe.